So on this episode, we talk about Tom Macdonald, Ryan Upchurch, and Jelly Roll. So Tom Macdonald, I reached out. Actually, he commented on a couple of our pictures that we just started.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And decided to hit him up. Dude's got some good music.
Yeah. Super dope videos. I think the videos are probably, they look like movies, every one of them. He shoots them with the red, huh?
I don't know. He shoots some fucking high quality cameras.
Yeah, bro. I seen a little montage he put together of like his videos that he's done thus far. I mean, some supreme next level acting. Like when he's like naked in the woods and shit. It's some fucking
deep into it.
Oh yeah, bro. He's one of those, you know, do anything for the art type dudes.
Well, obviously.
Well, those are the fucking guys. Look at Marilyn Manson, you know. Look at. You gotta completely submit yourself to.
I mean, today's music's all about being different, you know.
Yeah.
That's how all these people are getting noticed.
Yeah.
It's all about anxiety.
That's right.
Anxiety.
Smiles and dimples.
Hashtag.
Have you guys seen the White Boy? The song White Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at it.
In that classroom setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's look at some comments. Gone are the days of self-awareness.
Oh, he's gonna get a bunch of those.
Trying to be like Joyner Lucas.
No, he's saying that he.
Jake Paul has gone too far.
Well, I mean, I can see that. No disrespect at all to what he's doing, but I can see people are always gonna try to compare and contrast shit. Because people are just negative as fuck by nature, man. They would rather see you do the same old typical shit and then be nice as they could be without you ever like getting ahead in life, you know. But as soon as these musicians kind of step out on a limb and say, all right, I'm gonna do it my way, do my kind of thing, I'm gonna attack issues, whatever your lane is you kind of choose to get in, it's like everybody's like, oh, that's stupid, you know. You're just, what the fuck, why not, you know.
One of these says he can't even do the most basic part of rapping, which is fucking rapping. He just needs a style.
He does have a different kind of little cadence he uses, and
But listen. I think it's good.
But you understand he didn't rhyme nothing that he just said.
No,
and
but
people in just the typical cadence of rap, people listen to the rhyming part of it, you know.
But what's the where there's syllables? He's syllable rhyming. Where there's two syllables, he's ending it with two syllables, and he's making it sound good.
Yeah,
that's exactly what brought Eminem, because Eminem brought the syllables, and when he first came in, because everybody's doing it like basic poems.
Yeah, they call those multisyllabics. That's what it's called.
And Eminem killed it. That's the reason he fucking took off. That's the reason he rhymed better than anybody else.
I mean, this dude right here, what I feel like I think he's really good at his artistic kind of vision, and he actually depicts it pretty good through his music and videos. So he's got more of like a theatrical approach at writing songs. Like it's like he sees this picture before it's. You see what I'm saying? Like he's making a damn video, and when he's writing a song, he's also thinking of the video in his head, and he's thinking about, I'll fucking wear this, and I mean all the way down to fucking, it don't matter what I do, I'll tattoo shit on my face, you know. Like I think it's dope. I mean, it's not my thing, but
I hope he accepts the invite to come on the podcast. I'd like to actually dig into this guy's head.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a crazy place. I mean, look at his fucking videos. I mean, they're like horror films, some of them.
There's one he does, it's called Dear Rappers, where he goes after all the mumble rappers. Mm-hmm. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Clever.
Fucking mumble rappers.
Yeah, man. There's a lane for everybody, man. Everybody listens to, and this is something I try to touch on with anybody that does music. There is a fucking kind of music for everybody. You like a certain kind of music. Austin likes some shit, and I like some shit, you know.
Some weird shit.
And that's the beauty of music, though. At the same time, it's just like a painting, you know. put 3 pictures on the wall, me, you, and Austin are probably going to pick different pictures. You know what I mean? Unless one looks like dog shit and the other two are, you know. But as long as it's professionally done, you can't help but fucking give it the, you know, benefit of a doubt. And where dude wins is when you watch his videos, you feel like you're watching a movie. It's very good quality. All right, so content. What is he talking about? Well, he's talking about something. Okay. He's about you know, he's about things that are going on. He's attacking issues. Well, what about his look altogether? His as an artist, like shit, he's the part. You tell me, man. Back in the day, entertainers, you could tell the difference between an entertainer and a person in the crowd. You know, nowadays everybody tries to act like just a regular person. They don't dress cool. They don't do crazy shit. But all the people that are big time icons and shit like that, they all had that thing, you know. That I mean, again, I'll go back to Marilyn Manson. I talked to you know, dude, too. You talked to him, House. He worked security for Marilyn Manson, and he said it was all, you know, it was all business. That whole character he created, the way he wanted videos done, but it was like this beautiful mind shit, you know, watching him, you know, and he's a bodyguard, so he's not there for everything, but he's pretty much there for a lot of shit. So he's watching Marilyn, you know, sit in there and say, okay, I think I want to do my hair like in my face, and I want to, you know, peel out this, and, you know, have some fucking crows and shit flying around, you know what I mean? And I'm going to campaign it like this. It was all business. So, like, he completely sacrificed him as a human being to the art of entertainment. And it entertained the fuck out of people. Why? Not everybody was a devil worshiper that liked him. I liked, what's the one? Sweet dreams are made of, you know?
Yeah, I never listened to it.
A lot of people didn't because of the fact that he was like the fucking Antichrist. But
I went to church.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to tell you, man. A dude played just a little bit. This is back during VHS tape days. And I was 13, 14 years old. Dude had a tape of one of his live performances, and the fucking thing was in like a chain mesh case, and you had like a little lock thing. You know, like this is how they bought it, and this is how they sold it. He's like, bro, you ain't never watched Marilyn? And I was like, I don't listen to that shit, man. My mom would kill me if I listened to that devil worshiping shit, you know? And he puts on this tape, bro, and he's standing on the stage with his shirt off. Fucking people are spitting on him and fucking doing all kinds of shit, like pissing on. I'm telling you, bro, it's sick, sadistic shit. So, to what level did he dive off into sacrifice? That's a complete sacrificial. You know, it like you've completely given yourself to entertainment. Like piss on me and spit on me. You know what I mean? And he's finding pleasure in the shit. But he did it all and would get on his tour bus and fucking wash his face and go to a bar and knock one back and nobody know who the fuck he was.
Fucking.
And I think this Tom Macdonald dude, I give him credit because he that's who he reminds me of. Not saying that he's the Antichrist and all this shit, but I'm saying he's got a personality. His approach that he takes to music. So yeah, do I got a lot of respect for it? Absolutely. I think that I think he's doing something that's pretty cool. It's different. I mean, who am I to judge anybody, you know?
It's true. That's true. I think he's going to be good. Hopefully he returns our calls and gets on the show once we start doing actual
Come on,
call-ins.
Tom.
Now, let's talk about Upchurch. Dude is on the throne of country rap.
Yeah.
He has taken the top. And he also walked to that place here in Arkansas, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah. That was I thought that was pretty cool of him. I mean, he's the dude that's doing those kind of things, you know, that for the putting on for his fans and walking out of shows and standing up for what's right type shit, you know. And people really get off on that shit, especially rednecks, you know.
Well, I think what's cool is he doesn't, I mean, like, if he doesn't do that fake publicity bullshit.
Yeah.
He actually says exactly what's on his mind. He does not give a fuck if it ruins his career, and I think that's what's boosted his fucking career.
Well, he's made some clever moves, too. I mean, he made so when he first got rolling, fuck, I don't even know what numbers his first album done. It was called Cheatham County or something. Yeah. And I'll tell you this much: it billboarded in the top whatever. But pretty much everything he's dropped is billboarded.
U.S. country, it peaked at 29. U.S. rap, it peaked at 18. U.S. heat was 7, and it did U.S. indie at 23.
See,
didn't talk about sales. The Summer Love was released last year, and labeled Redneck Nation, and U.S. sales were 4,000. Now I don't know. This is all off Wikipedia, so I don't know how.
I mean, that Summer Love album, I feel like I didn't really know what to think about that. I mean, before I say that, just know that I think everything Upchurch does is pretty fucking good. I'm a Upchurch fan. I think he's awesome. I mean, I'm not as big a fan as Austin is. I mean, Austin, Upchurch, please. Send Austin an autograph picture of you or something. He likes every fucking post you put on the internet. I swear to God, he screenshots your snaps. No, I know you've probably seen him screenshotting your snaps.
No, I don't even follow the dude on Snapchat.
It's a bull fucking shit you do too.
Ask fucking Upchurch if I've screenshotted his shit. The answer is no, I haven't.
Double tap Queen.
I'm gonna motherfucking get on Instagram right now, and I'm gonna go to Ryan Upchurch's page, just to prove to you, Upchurch. That's his fucking name.
His last album has been his best.
Is his name just Upchurch on here?
Yep.
Well, that's kind of embarrassing, Chuck.
Well, I mean, you know, he knows what's
Well, he
up.
just changed it. He was Upchurch a Redneck, and now he's just Upchurch.
Church man. I mean, hey. So let me look at this one. Oh, I clicked on the very first picture. Liked by Austin Spyark.
Yeah, if you're friends with me, it's going to show up.
Look, boom. Let's look at that one. Oh, wait. No. It didn't show up first, but I'm sure it was down there in the fucking list. Yeah. Anyway, my point is, Upchurch, please, just call the brother, man. He just wants to hear your voice. He wants to know that you see him liking his pictures and shit.
You know what I like that he does, and he goes by the philosophy I feel about. He puts shit.
I'm just playing, bro. He is a fan, though.
He just puts shit out. He puts out 3 albums a fucking year. He don't give a fuck if it flops.
He stayed working.
He doesn't care if it fucking billboards. He puts it out. I mean, Chicken Willie.
Yeah.
That song's so weird, but it's catchy and it's good, and it fucking billboarded.
Well, I would tell you, man, one thing about Upchurch that'll trip you out, and I mean, and this is probably the first noticeable thing that dude done that made me just really be like, I like this fucking guy, a little bit. Now, he's a little. I think he's misunderstood.
I heard he's a dick.
I don't really think he's so much a dick. I feel like he's kind of like got ADD or some shit, like he's really, but hey, in the situation he is, I'm sure he's got a lot of shit going on to think about, so he's probably over there thinking about his next fucking Instagram post, his next snap, he knows Austin's out there waiting. I'm done. But anyway, I mean, I think that everybody that receives him, rappers that I know that, I've never met him face to face. We've had phone conversations. He's always been real cool. He FaceTime me, a couple times. We would do that thing whenever he started getting a little bigger. He was due to come to the studio and meet me. One day I was in Tennessee. I had to leave. He was supposed to have been there at a certain time. I left. He came. We missed each other. I hate that happened because I wanted to link up with him. But as far as setting the standard of how you do this shit, to be a young dude, he's on fire.
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, and he's on fire in every aspect. He's releasing content back to back. He's upgrading the music each time. But it took something that was kind of broken. And I say this about country rap. Country rap was missing something.
Kind of a bar.
Yeah. All right, so country rap come into the door, and we talked about this already a little bit, but I'll just kind of diagnose this a little bit further. All right, so you can go about who started what, who was the first, all that bullshit, you know, and then everybody's going to claim this and that. But the whole mud bog music scene came from these cats doing these redneck remix things. Well, they're calling them redneck remixes now, but prior to that,
that's like where Mud Digger came from, right?
Exactly. Lenny Cooper, the Georgia Boys, they started fucking the Lax.
That's where I first started listening to Lax.
Yeah, and that's where all the rednecks started listening to it because it was a familiar rap beat that they knew, and it was a white boy on there talking about mud riding and all this shit. So they're like, I'm in, you know. So thus come the original artists. You know what I mean? Let's structure this. Let's build this. Let's hone this into an art. And so what you end up seeing is you got an Upchurch, which is like a third or fourth generation country rapper now. You've had people that have came and went. He's a Redneck Nation. From what I understand, I don't understand the legalities, but that's Bottleneck's company. I don't know if you've ever heard of Bottleneck.
Yeah.
Bottleneck's one of the...
Him and I think Upchurch just did an album together.
Yeah, well, they're Redneck Nation is Bottleneck. I don't know if that's a him and Upchurch thing or if that's just... But I know it was Bottleneck's to begin with. And there may be another guy involved. I don't know. But Upchurch took this thing and seen what it was lacking, and it was lacking rappers that could actually spit. But it lacked the fucking true definition of what it's like to be a redneck rapper. You know what I mean? Like a loud, fucking boisterous, stand for something or die for. You know what I mean? Like proud, blue-blooded, fucking in your face, middle fingers up. Whatever, you know, and he did that, and not only did he do that, but he did it really good, and he made the music really cool, and then he'll flip it on you now and fucking sing
fucking George Jones
or some shit, and it's just like, what the fuck, what can he? I mean, honestly, my vision for Ryan Upchurch, and I actually knew this a long time ago, when I first got the call from a cat named Josh Seabolt, which used to do a lot of work with the Creek and stuff, which I think he probably still currently does. And he's like, bro, I'm going to link y'all up with this Upchurch, the redneck kid. And I was like, huh? He's like, man, just go check him out, man. He does these fucking videos. I'm like, does videos? You know, like, mind you, I'm a little bit older, you know what I mean? So, like, doing the videos was kind of new to me. I'd heard about Vine and all that kind of shit. Well, I get on here, and then they're funny, you know. He's even got ones where he dresses up like other people and shit. And we that's whenever I was chopping it up with him, you know, pre-Cheatham County, when he was first branding that raise hell and eat cornbread shit, and he was building then, you know, and fuck, I don't even know if he was out of high school yet, you know, or he might have been a year out or something, but he took it and he created it into something now that's just like, he hits them from all angles, and he hits them nonstop. He beats the motherfuckers until they finally are just like, fuck it, we're in, you know. I'm an Upchurch fan, you know.
He's starting to become a definitely household name, and people are actually starting to know who he is.
When you walk in the motherfucking South Fork truck stop in Gurdon, Arkansas, yeah, I remember I took you there for breakfast. It was a sketchy place, you know.
Yeah.
I walked in the day after the Hot Springs fiasco, getting breakfast for my family like I do on Sundays. And I hear these two fucking 40-something-year-old toothless wonders, you know what I mean? Something about a church. They was going to the church concert and it got canceled. And then, you know, there for a minute, I was like, they're talking about a church concert. And then, yeah, I don't know, girl, he does some kind of rap shit, you know? And I was like, wow. Other fucking eyes. In Gurdon, Arkansas, I got two 48, 50-year-old women in here talking about an Upchurch concert. And they were pissed. They didn't even know who the fuck he was. They didn't know what to call him. They just knew you ain't shit unless you're there in that place at that show.
Yeah. I think he's done good. I think he's going to keep growing.
Yeah.
I mean, what he's doing on social media is amazing, especially jumping on every controversy that pops up. I think it'd be fun. I think he's the only one right now being as consistent. I think your big players, personally, I think you got Upchurch is a big player. I think Smo is hanging in there. I think he's doing good. Moccasin Creek is still doing pretty good. Dima Jones is really on fire right now. His last album drop, I thought it was really well.
Yeah.
His one song's already hit like 2-3 million views on YouTube. I think who else is out there? I think Jelly Roll, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the next person.
I mean, Jelly Roll is
I feel like if you walked into a bar and you looked at Jelly Roll wrong, he'd beat your ass.
I'll tell you, man, there's some territorial people, man. Like I've dealt with.
He reminds me of The Game. He's the Game of country rap.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I'll tell you the over under. Like when I first met him, I was with Sonny Paradise, which is a dude that helped cultivate a lot of the careers of the whole Nashville rap movement. Now, for those that don't know,
Sonny, is that the one that works over at?
No, he owned Street Flavor Records back in the day.
Okay, never mind.
And that's where John Connor, who currently is with Dammit Boy, he produced there. They housed acts such as, I mean, there's some local acts, but Haystack, I don't know if you've ever listened to him, but he was monumental in this whole white boy rap shit, which is now kind of big conglomerate that has turned into country rap. And Haystack, I mean, I'll say it first, like he was a mentor to me in the game, which was the same to Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll came up underneath Stack. All of them all them Nashville rappers were in that same little market, and it was only 15, 20 of them, give or take. And they all, I mean, I'm just being real, they rolled the steam of Haystack. Haystack was the one they paid to see, With Haystack, he'd bring Jelly Roll, and he had a few other acts that were, stayed consistent with him. And I mean, from there, Jelly Roll catapults in popularity, and he's touring the U.S. like Stack's hitting everything. He's that dude, Mm-hmm. He signed to Def Jam at one point. He's in Hustle and Flow, the movie, where the strip club, when they're in the strip club and the dude that plays the DJ, that's Haystack.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I never knew that either.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, not only that, I mean, he's got songs with all the old great legends of rap, like, UGK, 8-Ball and MJG, a lot of these, he was that dude, man.
He had all those connections.
He was in the XXL magazines. He was a dude that I never really listens to a whole lot of his music, ironically. Mm-hmm. I was more intrigued by his character. Because like I said, music wasn't as accessible as it is now. And I was a country kid. We didn't have a record store that sold Haystack records, though he was in the record stores. So what I would do is get these XXLs, these Source magazines, and I would dive in there. And then the picture I first seen of Haystack is him kicked back in a backyard of just looks like a regular house with a pit bull tied up in the backyard. And it's this article about just this regular ass white dude that raps. And I was just like, whoa, white boys can rap. You know what I mean? Because I always loved rap, bro. And so, yeah, Haystack, he's kind of the father of that underground, for lack of better words, white boy rap. And Jelly was like his fucking understudy. Mm-hmm. And so he builds Jelly up. So Jelly comes into the game. He goes to prison at some point in there, gets out, and slowly starts transitioning from dope boy kind of gangster rap shit into what turns into he kind of dives off into more like experimental music where he's getting the harmonies a little bit. He's singing, and he always kind of sang, but never put so much emphasis and focus on it to where he starts singing. And it's a common denominator in music. If it's a fucking artist that people are fucking with, they use harmony in their rap. It's just a good concoction, Kevin Gates, everybody loves him because he's, and then he start rapping, and white people are just like, yeah, you know what I mean? They fucking dig that shit. Well, Jelly kind of took that approach at it. And then he went took a fucking hard right and kind of dove off into country rap a little bit. And I didn't feel that. I was like, I thought it was kind of cheesy, I thought that it was reaching for out of his character. Mm-hmm. and he was good at it, don't get me wrong. Extremely good at it. But shit, I mean, come on, bro. I mean, you went from dope boy to now you're doing the country shit. Like, don't let that deter your focus. But now, I can confidently say, and I've never really been a big fan of Jelly Roll personally, honestly. When I met him, I didn't like him. He was real cocky and fucking, you could tell, like, he don't play well with others, you know what I mean? And me being with Haystack and meeting him, and Haystack kind of brought him up, and Haystack was a dog dude, so everything in his mind was like, they're my pups, you know what I'm saying? He got us out there facing each other, and then there's that whole debate about, I said, how's your mom and them in a video. Apparently Jelly had been saying, how's your mom and them before. I didn't know that. I might have knew that and subconsciously said it, but I said it because that's what country motherfuckers say. You know what I mean? How's your mom and them? As a joke. My dad and all them. So I say it, and then I guess he didn't like that part of it, and then some other shit happened, and it just escalated. But I mean, ultimately, I can say proudly that his new music is super dope. I think he's found himself. I think he's became like, he's committed to, he's found his little niche and his live show. He's just like Upchurch, bro. He can come to Little Rock and pack out a house. He can go to fucking Wisconsin and pack out a house, you know? Upchurch is really not on the level of Jelly to me. Upchurch is still young in the game. You watch Facebook and Instagram and all this shit, and you think like, yeah, Jelly ain't got shit on this dude. But no. Jelly's been doing this shit for a decade. Putting out barcodes. You know what I mean? Putting out albums with Lil White that are guaranteed to sell. Because Lil White has that, he's got a threshold of people that are going to fuck with him regardless.
Yeah.
And so no, but will Upchurch surpass him? Yeah, absolutely. He's going to surpass everything anybody's ever thought about doing with this shit.
I feel like he's already has.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he's did Colt Ford numbers.
He's on his way.
Bro.
I mean, within this year, next year?
Don't let him fool you. Colt Ford, you want to talk about a motherfucker that sold some records, go look at Colt Ford's numbers. I'm telling you. This dude does songs with Jason Aldean and shit, bro. That's on a whole nother level than Upchurch can imagine right now. Doing all right over there, Sam, man?
Yeah, I mean, I just never get a chance to talk because you motherfuckers just keep talking.
I just thought you were just fucking dozed out over there.
No, I'm just listening attentively.
Yeah. Well, like I said, man, I mean, these dudes, I think Jelly's on that level. I think Upchurch is how much further can Jelly Roll take it with the age he's at? I don't think there's an age limit now on music, but I'm saying, can them legs run with a Ryan Upchurch? You know what I mean? Nah. I mean, but Jelly's got the look. I mean, he's got the wife he married that looks like a a Playboy model or whatever. I mean, he's fucking...
And that's proof right there, folks, that you do not have to be a good-looking guy to get a beautiful woman.
He's lost a fuckload of weight.
You just got to prove that you can stab somebody.
Yeah. And be an entertainer. Successful entertainer. Because if it ain't about the money, it's about the looks. Yeah.
What do you mean by stab somebody?
Like with a knife.
Sure.
Or with a dig. I mean, whatever you find more comfortable there, Austin.
Hey, Chuck, I got something for you.
What's up?
So this whole time, I've been looking at you, and you got like these 3 hairs that are just a lot longer than the other ones. It's just really bothering me. It's like...
I'm glad that's what you gained out of this.
It's like on your mustache. There's just like these 3 that just are just like sticking out like an inch farther than everything else.
Probably because I need to go get a damn haircut. And I'm typically... Wednesday's my day to go see my guy, but it's going to be Friday. Can't go until Friday.
Yeah.
Just can't stop.
But I will say this much, that Tom Macdonald dude, does he sell anything? I doubt it. There's a big difference between those social media numbers versus actual buyers and consumers of your actual music.
Well, I'm going to tell you this, and it's changing, and it started last year, and it'll start going this year and going forward. It's called influencers. It's called influencer marketing. And if you don't believe me, just watch. It is where people are going to start using influencers that got a big following on social media to sell their product. So it's happening on Instagram. It's going to start happening on Facebook because they actually just did a big report that shows consumers will have more credibility towards an influencer than an actual like mainstream actor. Because now you can just pay an actor. I'll give you $1 million to say something about Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I'll say whatever you want for $1 million. I'll
plug it.
Influencers are doing it in their YouTube videos where they'll, let's say they're doing like a little podcast like this or a YouTube channel or whatever, and they'll have all their banners on the side, or they'll have their product, or they're doing product reviews. Like the biggest one right now is Casey Neistat. If you ever looked at his, people will send him boxes and boxes and boxes of their product. Just review and keep it. He signed a deal with Samsung where he gets to review all brand new Samsungs before they come out.
Yeah, yeah.
And he does all he does, and in his video immediately, 2 million views within a couple hours.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are big into that. Like, there's a video game people and shit. There was a guy that was kind of like a little fan dude of mine or whatever, and would hit me up and shit. And he would always say, "Go check out my YouTube channel. I reveal games and shit to the world." Mm-hmm. Of course, I kind of always blew him off because I didn't know. I was like, "What the fuck," you know? I don't, you know. I mean, damn, man, who the fuck knew that they do that, you know? Well, but he told me, like, bro, whenever a game comes out, they'll send him like a fucking big kit with like a shirt with the game on it and all kinds of shit. And he just literally has to get on there, and however they do it to where you can show what you're doing, right?
Twitch.
Yeah, and play the game and fucking give your opinion on it.
I think what's his name? Pootie Tang.
Pootie Tang.
What the fuck?
Side-eye. Yeah, I don't know nothing about Pootie Tang.
He's the #1 YouTuber. PewDiePie. Like PewDiePie?
Pew?
Yeah, he's the #1. He's the most popular person on YouTube.
Huh.
And all he does is play games.
Wow.
Sounds about right.
He, let's see, Hugh has over 54 million YouTube subscribers, has made $15 million in 2016.
Off YouTube?
Off YouTube. Well, I mean that, and you got sponsorships and stuff like that. But all he did was get on there and start just recording everything that he does and started playing it, and then people fell in love with it. And that's how Twitch has gotten so big. So subscribers now are 61 million. Total views is 17 billion views on YouTube. On all those platforms. What the fuck? And all he does is fucking... Let's see here, PewDiePie. Let's look at some good. So, all right, how YouTube PewDiePie made $12 million in 2017 on YouTube. What the fuck? I mean, if I was growing up and you said, "Hey, if you play games every day for the rest of your life and put them on YouTube, you'll make $12 million this year."
Man, there's the guy the guy that my son listens to has got to be. He plays this wrestling game, and like his wrestler, he has a created wrestler, and he goes and does like live videos or YouTube videos or whatever of his like progression as a. I guess however this wrestling game's structured, to where he starts off like an entry-level wrestler and he builds his way up to title fights. And my son legit watches that on the phone, you know. And I'll be like, what? What is interesting about that? You know, you go play the game, you know, if you want to play the game. I looked at, he showed me the video. He had millions and millions of views on this shit. I'm like, people are just literally watching this guy. But he's spot on with his commentary. Like, he commentaries the whole fucking thing. Like, he's like a ringside announcer. And he's just like, uh-oh, look at there. Here comes Danger is the name of his character. Danger.
I'm just going to say this. This motherfucker's 28 years old. He was born 9 days after I was.
Wow.
And he's making $1 million playing games. Why the fuck did I go wrong?
Must be nice.
Man, we're not gonna get into that, boy. I was about to take you on the ride. You became a slave to the man.
That's pretty much right.
I'm telling you, bro, these dudes that are doing this kind of shit, just like the Upchurches and the Jelly Rolls and the Tom Macdonalds, they're fucking jumping off the ledge with the shit. They're fight or flight with it.
Don't give a shit. Don't fuck it.
No, they
fuck
don't
if
have
my
any
house gets
care.
repossessed.
Exactly. Fuck it. I mean, I don't know, like, Upchurch's really successful at a young age, so he probably never, but I mean, like, Jelly, I know he's probably came from fucking sleeping in vans. They probably all had apartments and whatever, lived in hotels. I mean,
fuck, I was homeless at once, but
yeah.
I don't want to go back. I already took my risk.
Exactly. So, it's all, I know you've heard of the book, The Tipping Point. The Tipping Point is kind of what all these dudes, and I've read the book, and it basically just, at anything you do in life, you're going to get to this point where you either tip forward and you're fucking balls to the wall and you're grabbing that bull by the horns, or you fall back and get in your comfort zone. You know what I mean? I got to that point in music. I got to a point to where I had to spread my wings and jump off the ledge, but it was just like, what if? I have a family? I was like, I'm scared, man.
What if I can't support them? What if I run out of money? What if?
And I already wasn't. We were already having hell supporting them. When you're fucking living show to show and check to check on your monthly sales checks, and you and you're not really that big of a deal. Like, you're not a Upchurch or a Jelly. That shit, I mean, you're making the same amount of money somebody at fucking McDonald's makes. And you might have a month where you make $5 or $10 grand, and you're like, bam, and you're so fucking broke that you blow all that trying to get yourself back to where you can stay afloat for a little while. And it's just, man, it's like a cycle. And I looked up one day and I just was like,
I think you just got to eat shit for so many years.
Yeah.
Just eat
and
shit.
And love it.
And then eventually fucking caviar falls on your plate and you just start eating caviar for the rest of your life.
And just imagine how good caviar tastes after eating shit for years,
Caviar tastes pretty good.
I've never actually just ate caviar.
I don't fucking like it.
I don't like that either.
I'll take a steak over caviar.
Yeah, I ate a steak today.
Ow! For lunch?
Yeah, with Longhorns. Yeah, I had a steak and steamed vegetables, and that motherfucker was fire.
Who should we have on next week? We should try to get some. Well, we need to test this shit. Make sure we can get call-ins.
Yeah. Tom Macdonald would be dope. I'd just like to pick his brain a little bit, see how out there he really is.
From a different perspective, it'd be nice to see.
Yeah, and
we definitely need some goals for this year. We need to get Upchurch, Moccasin Creek. I think I've already had them at least verbally confirm. I have Demon Jones confirming.
That's my boy.
We need to get Eye for an Eye on.
Yeah.
Get them. Need to get let's see. Can we get Paul Wall?
Hey, it can be done. Anything can be done.
What about who else? What about Bubba Sparks?
It can be done. Yeah, we just reach out to him and.
You have the connection to get to Bubba, don't you?
Yeah,
I think
David and them, they're like, hell, they grew up together,
Well, I think I can reach out to Moccasin and Daffy.
Yeah.
And get Big Smo.
Yeah, we get Smo in here. I really want to pick his brain. I've talked with Smo a bunch. That's a guy that I've really sat down and chatted with before. I've been around him in person, and man, Smo is I'm gonna tell you, like, when I met him was in the height of his success. He had the show. His fucking live show was nuts. It was, he's getting 10 grand, 15 grand a night, He's his album's fucking top 10 shit, And we did a show together in Jacksonville, Texas, and I mean, just talking with dude. One thing that I didn't like about our conversation is he's so, you know what I mean? It's like he has this trained response for everything he says,
While political.
Yeah, he's real political. Like, he can't say the wrong thing to anybody. You really can't have an opinion. And that's what I don't like about people like that go that what I call Nashville. Nashville washes you clean. You know, they take off your rough edges and make you a polished version of you that just don't. It doesn't have that authenticity that you once had. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Smo or whatever, but he knew that he had to play that role. Like, he couldn't really just sit down with a dude like me and be like, all right, big dog, here's how the game's going to go. He had to be like, oh, yeah, those are good people. Yeah, I really would enjoy working with, you know, and like, I'm like, come on, man, tell me if they're going to fuck me over or not, you know what I mean? But that's why I go back to Upchurch. I admire him because he's a little young, ignorant motherfucker, and he'll be like, fuck that son of a bitch, you know what I mean? Like, and he'll put a fucking viral video about him, and millions of people will be like, shit, fuck that son of a bitch. I mean, did you see when he roasted the other dude? Hosier or whatever, Chris Hosier?
Yeah.
I mean, he did it in a way, bro, like...
It's because of the show, or a show?
I don't fucking even know. All I know is Upchurch was sitting on like a log out in the woods, and he's like, you don't fuck with me in my lane, or I'm gonna fuck you up, you know, and all this shit. And he's like, so I wrote this song about you, and I mean...
The song went fucking...
Bro, they annihilated this fucking guy. They're just like... And then the Just in Time dude, which is associated with the Redneck Rave, he launches like this live video on Facebook, which Just in Time would be a good guy to have on here. He does the Redneck Raves. He's pretty successful at events.
I actually think I may have his number.
Yeah, we need to get him.
I think I can actually get in touch with him. I've been doing some social media for him.
Yeah, that'd be a good dude. He's pretty nutty dude too, man. He's got a really good personality. Like, he'd have a lot of fun with us.
Hell yeah.
And he ain't scared to say shit. Like, he fucking gets on there to talk about the video. Upchurch drops on the dude, and he's got a beard on, like the Hosier guy, like a red beard, and he's like imitating the dude. Like, he's just like, fuck it, you know, like crazy. And I mean, bro, the people were just annihilating, dude. They're like, fuck him, you know, I'll never talk to him, I'll never listen to his music, dog shit. And they didn't know him. And I mean, I hope he's still got some fans out there or whatever. I've talked to Hosier before. I mean, he's a pretty cool dude, you know. Adam Calhoun, that'd be another one to have on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'd be, I mean, all these dudes, you just reach out to them.
I better start blowing up some DMs.
And just be like, hey, bro, come get on the motherfucking podcast, yo.
Let's do it.
Now, I'm going to tell y'all, when y'all do come on this podcast, I'm going to ask you some shit now. I want to know some shit.
We're going to get down to the bottom line.
Yeah. I mean, the dirty word is it's the real, raw, uncut, fucking bitter truth about whatever it is we're fucking talking about, you know? It's the dirty fucking testament of what's real, you know what I mean?
Better hope they don't fucking fuck up and slip up and fucking... Because you're going to mess up and say something, and I'm going to use that as the tagline for YouTube.
Fuck them. Fuck them and feed them fish. These motherfuckers, if they don't want to hear what I'm going to say about them, because I promise you, I will not have a biased opinion. I'm just going to kick it real to them. Sometimes you need to hear shit. I needed to hear shit throughout my life. I wish I had people around me that were like, look, bro, that looks fucking stupid, before I shot that fucking country boy style video that I just makes my stomach cringe when I watch it, you know?
It's a good song, rough video.
Yeah, bro, I got on purple sunglasses. Why the fuck didn't somebody say, Chuck, sunglasses are purple, bro? And you got on a camouflage like Bowie hat and a fucking sleeveless. You know, come on.
Like, fuck yeah, man, this is gonna be the shit.
Yeah. Which, don't get it twisted, I tuck my pants and my boots like that, but I don't wear fucking pearl snap sleeveless. I mean, I had a vision, but I mean, I wish somebody would have been like, nah, bro.
Fucked up.
Well, bro, fuck when you're broke, you know what I mean? It ain't like I can go and fucking hire somebody, be like, make me look like this, you know? I just go to the fucking store and find what I can find.
I need to hire someone to make me look like something. I think they're called personal trainers, and I don't like them.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I got a little sore after that workout yesterday.
About fucking time.
Yeah.
I think that's it. You got anything, Austin? You've been kind of quiet over there, zoned out.
I mean, y'all just kind of been taking over today, so I just hadn't much to say.
That's what dominant males do. Huh?
Hey, I do want to, we'll end on this note right here, okay?
See?
Huh?
See?
Huh?
Yeah. So this is how we're ending.
Hey, man. Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to talk. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Oh, no.
So we'll end it on this note right here. This is a question I'd like to throw at y'all. So, do you feel? All right. So we talked about Upchurch's success.
Hold on, we're gonna make this part show. The question of the day. Make sure you when that video gets edited, it comes across the bottom. The question of the day.
Well, fuck. Now that you put that emphasis on it, it's not really like a good question of the day. Like, it's just like a fucking a random fucking thought I had that I thought we could elaborate on for about 3 or 4 minutes until we got to our full hour.
No, question.
All right, so the question of the day is, all right, you know, we hyped up Upchurch. We know what he is. We know what he's capable of. But do you feel like he's got a spot on mainstream media with what he's doing?
You mean an A-lister?
Yeah, is he A-list potential, or is he going to be this underground?
Like, he's right there. He's like climbing up a ladder.
Yeah.
He's like right there about to open the door until
You know, he went and hung out with Kid Rock, and then
that immediately shoots you to the goddamn fucking top.
He posted afterwards like some shit about, you know, can't wait till y'all find out what all I got going on type shit. So that right there lets you know, like, I mean, the guys did a Rolling Stone magazine. I don't know if he did the cover. Did he do the cover, or he was just a big ad? Well, he was an article.
I think he was an article. Because they started talking about country rap.
I never read that article. But, I mean, that's what is he a little bit too dirty and risque for... We say that, you know, he may be because he's motherfucker this and whatever, but, I mean, Kid Rock, again, like what we talked about last time.
Did it stop Eminem?
No.
I mean, he talked about fucking...
People like those kind of people.
Stabbing his mom and...
Put hamsters in his ass and shit.
Yeah. I mean...
But the thing is, though, bro, you got to fucking get to that point to where that shit, they're not accepting it because it's politically correct. They're just like, well, he makes so much fucking money, we don't give a shit what he does out there, you know? As long as he keeps bringing us in them fucking dollar signs.
But he's independent.
Exactly. Which I think before he could cross that threshold, he's going to have to commit to something over there. I mean, you can call fucking Illuminati, whatever.
Does Kid Rock have his own?
I don't know.
I wonder if that's it. I wonder if he's signing with Kid Rock.
That'd be a fucking genius move right there. I'm about to be so fucking jealous. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, hey, man, everybody could be fucking... you want to keep it real, I keep it real. Like, my dream in this shit... So, Hank, if you happen to listen, Hank Williams Jr., Bo Cephas, my dream in life is to hang out with him one day. And I know Upchurch is going to get to do that shit before me. And it just pisses me the fuck off, man. That was my only goal with music. I went to the studio one time. The fucker had just been there the day before, using the same microphone. I was at a Sound Emporium in Nashville.
Did you lick it?
No, I didn't fucking lick it. But I mean,
it's a little strange.
I mean, to be around an icon like that. So I imagine that's what he felt like with Kid Rock. Hank is like my Kid Rock, you know?
I mean, it's Kid Rock. It's a motherfucking cowboy.
Oh yeah, bro. One of the most phenomenal entertainers of all time.
It still fucking entertains. Still sells out fucking arenas.
Yeah, bro. Fucking strippers on poles and American flags dropping and fire. I mean,
did he fuck Pamela Anderson?
Yeah, on film. No. That was the other dude. Tommy, her previous husband. Tommy.
You got me on that one.
Oh, fuck, man. Tommy.
I don't watch the E! Network.
Hold on. He was like a lead singer or guitarist for some big-ass rock band. Tommy Lee.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, yeah, dude's like fucking, he hung like a fucking horse too, bro. Like they did a whole video, like, and it's just random, like they're in a boat, like, yeah, you know, and he just whoop it out on her and be like, fucking get to work, you know, and like, I mean, filming. Then Kid Rock got her post Tommy Lee video.
I'm sure he's like throwing a hot dog down a fucking hallway.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
It's true. I can still say, hey, listen, I fucked Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
I think that wraps it up on this episode.
Tune in next week where we wonder about aimlessly.
And don't forget the question of the day.
For next week.
Ken Upchurch.
Yeah.
Making it mainstream.
Is Upchurch a A-list entertainer? Will we ever see him upon the television screen?
I would say...
Put your comments.
Not an A-list performer.
You don't think so?
No. I think
I
he's
don't
still.
know,
I think he's
From
still,
a guy that likes every one of his posts.
I think he's still pretty underground because like I talk to people all the time because I talk to people about this stuff. Like
And they
what
say
we do.
who?
Yeah, I'm like y'all heard of Upchurch and like who the hell is that? Like,
Yeah.
Who is that?
But I think he's right there about to.
He's
I mean
coming around.
he's got all like the redneck, the country people, but he's not really like everybody doesn't listen to him. I think when everybody's listening to him, that'll make him mainstream.
I think that's what he's about to
You
do.
think that's why he's doing those like heavier rock songs and the singing the country songs? Is he trying to reach for?
I don't know. I think him and Kid Rock are about to go do something in a mix because Kid Rock's done stuff with like MGK, and I think he's about to do something really good. I think they're probably going to do like a collab on a song. I bet he went up there to record, and I'm sure Kid Rock's got his own studio.
Yeah.
So I bet they went up there and recorded something, and I think it's going to be released, and I think it's going to be fucking amazing.
Yeah, I mean, hell, fucking yeah, it will be. It will absolutely be. It'll be one of the bigger records of country rap to date. I mean, if MGK was on a signed to Diddy level, doing that, then Upchurch is his fucking 24, 25-year-old that has a big ass, pimped out ass house, and
It's done.
hey,
So-
you gotta love it.
Question to you guys. Do you think Upchurch is A-list ready? That's it.
Yes or no?
All right.